If you have a child with ADHD, chances are you found yourself in the middle of a really heated power struggle with your child. Because remember, we now know that ADHD simply is not a disorder of attention. It is a disorder of self-regulation. It is self-regulation deficit disorder. So these kids will have much greater difficulty regulating their emotions, their language, their body, their behavior in the face of boring, challenging, and non-instantly gratifying tasks. So whether this is doing homework in the home, chores in the home, playing nicely with peers, having to go outside and do outside play and activities, sometimes really anything that's not screen-based, it's really hard for these kids to start, persist, and complete these tasks. So what these kids will often intentionally and unintentionally do is start these back and forth battles and power struggles with their parents. Because remember, the parents are the safe people, the people they have the most dynamic relationship with. You can really be at your worst with your parents, and because of the unconditional love, they will continue to be there for you. It's not a more fragile relationship like with peers at school who can choose not to be your friend anymore, or teachers at school where you can have more direct consequences. So these kids will often start these back and forth power struggles with the parents because they do get instant gratification and stimulation from watching you go from calm and relaxed to angry, dysregulated, focused, loud, screaming, yelling, and all the attention being placed on them. And of course, all in all, when there's a back and forth yelling power struggle going on, it's keeping them from doing that boring task they didn't want to do in the first place. So they're getting much more stimulation from an hour screaming match than doing 5 minutes of homework. So parents, the number one thing you want to remember is that when your child is dysregulated, they are not hearing what you're saying. All they want is that back and forth yelling and attention. It's not about hearing what you're saying, realizing they're wrong, and going and doing the right thing. They just want that dysregulation. They want that stimulation. So language is going to make dysregulation worse. When your child is dysregulated, use little to no language. We have to remember that the more language we use, the more we are feeding into the negative attention-seeking behaviors. So parents, never underestimate the power of a visual prompt. Sometimes simply putting our hands up like this and letting our kids know we're taking a break, we're taking a time out, and then we walk away to go calm ourselves down. That way we're modeling regulation.